back, listeners, to our post-Christmas, pre-Christmas, Christmas episode that's no longer a Christmas episode because we realised we missed the opportunity to do a Christmas episode. So we're going to talk about the things that we were going to do for Christmas if we were talking about a Christmas episode. Join us on the way and hopefully you get a laugh. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, it was actually Michael and Sean were here yesterday, and Michael was the one that pointed out to me that, wait a minute, isn't it the episode you're about to put out? The Christmas episode? And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Well, shit.
You ruined it, Michael.
Didn't think about that. Oh, look, we don't celebrate Christmas, I guess, so it's not sort of like, you know, something that we need to think about all that much.
So Christmassy things, I vaguely mentioned something Christmassy that Uwe and I did years ago when we were still living in Bangkok. Mm-hmm. And we were sort of in a down period for World of Warcraft. This is when we were like playing all the time. And we were just like, you know what, let's just like create some new characters and just have some fun with them. Just like create a class that we've never played before.
Yeah.
But first, we went out to the local convenience store and bought some alcohol.
Always good combo.
Yep. So we came back, and when I say we bought some alcohol, we bought like 4 drinks, and we shared them between each other because that's a lot for us. So we sat down, we started playing. So for people who don't know, Uwe is, or was, I don't actually know about now, a massive fan of the Serena Williams and Venus Williams sisters. Massive.
He does love his tennis, doesn't he?
Massive fan. So we decided he would call his Venus W and I would call mine Serena W. So we're playing for a few hours, and I just happened to look down at guild chat, and I saw, this is so embarrassing, I saw a character, Serenor, talking about Uwe Venus W. For some reason it clicked for me that yes, Venus W is Uwe, but it didn't click for me that Serena W was me. So I'm like to Uwe, who the fuck's talking about you in guild chat, Uwe? And it was me.
It was.
Oh, Jesus.
On the character that you were playing, you didn't realise that you were typing in guild chat? Things were appearing?
Yeah. I had 2 drinks, so yeah.
Well,
yeah.
That's your upper limit there.
Yeah, you know me, I'm a light drinker.
Yeah. Very.
What about you? Surely you've got your funny stories from WoW.
What, for Christmas and New Year's? Not really. Like, there was... for a little while, we used to go around to a friend's place, take our... Because when we first started playing WoW, we were playing on IMAX.
No, okay.
And it handled them great. It was fantastic. But, not a problem. We used to take the IMAX to our friend's place and have like a LAN party for New Year's. And because they were so easy to take, like it's not like you need a whole computer, you just take the thing.
The monitor, yep.
Yeah. And we would sit around and we'd have dinner and we'd drink and we'd dungeon crawl basically.
Nice.
In WoW. And then when it got to New Year's night, we'd stay in Stormwind because we were playing Alliance then. We'd stay in Stormwind and watch the fireworks and have a good laugh. And by that point, we were pretty past the pickled point. So, there wasn't very much actual gaming happening, but,
I thought fun. You were going to do the Peter picked a peck of pickled peppers then.
No. No. But we did that quite a few years in a row. It was like a lot of fun. And then we stopped doing it just because it just, I don't know, we, a friend of ours lost his wife. And so then he would start coming to New Year's with us. And then we because he didn't have anyone else to be with. So we wouldn't end up gaming and stuff. So it sort of just petered out a little bit. We'd still go up there and spend the night with, and have drinks and stuff, but it wasn't gaming anymore. So, yeah. Good fun, though.
Yeah, I don't really, when I lived in Thailand, the one thing that I always noticed when it got around to Christmas, because you got to remember, Thailand is not a Christian country. There are definitely Christians there, but they are in the extreme minority.
Right.
But having said that, they go nuts for Christmas. Seriously, I'm
really?
like, this is more than we do in Australia. Like,
wow.
it is big decorations, big trees, big everything. So I was always amazed at that. But yeah, I went like 10 years without celebrating Christmas, and I was absolutely fine with that.
yeah, not a problem here. I go a little bit nuts with like Christmas trees and tinsel and decorations and stuff because I like lights and I like tinsel and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I would have it all year round if I could change it up, like for the seasons or something. I would do it all the time because I just think it's fantastic it gives you something to smile about, for me anyway. But yeah, I don't do we don't celebrate religious Christmas basically. So we do orphans Christmas, but that's it.
Do you have any of those sorts of friends who are just like nuts about Christmas that they would just have, if their partner would let them, they would have Christmas decorations up all year round?
That would be me. But no, I don't. I think our circle of friends is either pretty atheist or pagan. So the pagans don't celebrate Christmas per se. We celebrate midsummer, summer solstice. And my atheist friends don't give a shit either way, or family even. So, yeah, I'm not the circle of, I don't have that circle of friends. So
one of my friends got married before I left Sydney. So after he got married, he moved up to Queensland, and his wife, Sarah, she is crazy about Christmas. She just loves it so much, and
I love it.
Yeah. If there was a chance to put decorations up, they were going up. I really love that about it. She's also one of those people who's like really enthusiastic, which I always love. I love anybody who's really enthusiastic.
Too much positivity, man. It ruins your life.
But I was going to mention something else that is kind of embarrassing that happened this week. So Aaron and Sarah, the two friends I just mentioned, they're from New Zealand. So I literally just this week found out that Wellington is the capital of New Zealand, not Auckland.
Yeah. Right?
I didn't know that. Did you?
I think I knew that because we went a couple of years ago, and I was shocked at the time as well.
Isn't Auckland
I thought it was
the
Auckland.
biggest city?
Isn't it Auckland? Are you sure it's Wellington?
I got told by someone who's living there, but they are from South Africa, so so who knows if they're correct? But hopefully they are. But yeah,
We're going to Google it right now.
Are you Googling it right now?
Wellington.
Jeez. Wow. I learned last week that the capital of New Zealand is actually Wellington, and I apologise to all of our New Zealand listeners for my ignorance. Not that it makes any difference. Kiwi. Yes,
so
that's shame.
That's even worse. No,
shame.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we knew that because we went to Weta, and that's in Wellington. You know, the Weta workshop for like Lord of the Rings and stuff. Yeah, that's in Wellington, and we went so we looked up the things about Wellington and blah blah blah. So I'm pretty sure I knew that, but yeah, I don't know why Auckland's got this much bigger name. Like it's a weird,
what's the population of Auckland compared to the population of Wellington? Can you find that out?
Oh, yeah, hang on. We can find out anything on
I'll
Google.
look up the population of Wellington. You look up Auckland, okay?
Oh, okay. All right.
Population of... Did I say I'm looking up Auckland?
No, you were doing Wellington.
I just looked up Auckland.
Okay, well, I'm looking up Wellington then. Bloody hell.
Okay, what do you got?
As of June 2024, 550,000.
This is Christchurch.
That's not Auckland. It's not even on the same island.
I said population of Auckland, and it shows me Christchurch. It's like, no, sorry, it's 1.7 million. So how many did you get? Sorry,
550,000.
See, no one wants to live in the capital. I wonder why.
Wellington's beautiful though. It's really lovely.
It's on the South Island, right? Is it, or is it on the
north.
south of the North Island?
It's the south of the North Island.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
we caught the ferry from Picton on the South Island across to Wellington.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when you went over there and the RV that you had some issues with. Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
They wouldn't let you stop anywhere, yeah?
That, and as a short person, we got a ticket, by the way, for stopping overnight somewhere that we didn't realise we weren't supposed to. But as a short person, me and my husband are both on the shorter end of the scale.
Okay.
I would say average, but like, you know.
Yeah, I reckon you guys are average.
Average height. Do not, under any circumstances, get an RV unless you have tested that you can reach the cupboards. Because... and climb onto the bed. Because
their bodies were found 2 years later, reaching for the cupboards in the RV.
I couldn't reach... The coffee mugs were like up in the... I couldn't reach them, basically. And hubby's a couple of centimetres shorter than me. So if I couldn't reach them, there's no fucking way he could.
Yeah.
And then I really struggled to climb into the bed because the bed was really high up because it had storage underneath.
Yeah, they're always like that, aren't they?
No, some of them you can get like... It depends on the layout of the...
Okay.
Of the RV, but I could barely get into bed, and it was such a pain in the ass. So just RVing.
So did you get like a step ladder while you were there? Is that what happened?
No.
So you just
managed.
Those cupboards are dead to us.
I like left things in the sink, like with towels wrapped around them,
Yeah.
so I could reach them. But yeah, we parked overnight at some place because we've been driving for ages, and everywhere that we kept driving to, like we found all these places that we wanted to go to. So we'd drive there, and then there'd be like signs saying no overnight camping, no RVs, blah, blah, blah. So we're like, well, fuck, this was the plan, to like stay here the night. So then we'd have to drive off and find somewhere else. And we found this place. It was a car park that apparently at some point you used to be able to stay at, but the thing had been updated and there was all these signs everywhere, but it was pitch black when we got there.
So you couldn't see
middle
the
of
signs.
the night, we didn't notice it. Just like when you enter the car park, it's like, a line on the bottom of it, no camping. And it was like, well, we didn't see it.
Yep.
And we woke up in the morning and we had a fucking parking ticket for like
How much was the ticket? 300?
$300, yeah.
But it was Kiwi money, right? It's not real money.
Well, it was pretty close. It was, it was a little bit less in Aussie, but still a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then we found another place that we stayed one night. There was we got there again late because we'd been driving around trying to find a place, and we had to go up these really steep hills. It was awful. I didn't think the RV was going to make it. Anyway, we got to this campsite, and there was like 5 parking spots that you were allowed to park in, and then there was like 3 on the end that you weren't allowed to park in overnight. And I was like, at this point, it's like 9:00 at night, it's pitch black, we haven't seen the beach, I don't care, I'm parking here. Thankfully, we didn't get done that night, but yeah, really difficult. RVing in New Zealand was not as fun as promised. So
that's a shame.
Anyway,
I remember you were so excited about that trip as well.
Yeah, I mean, we still had a lovely time, and it was lovely to drive around and all that.
Except for
kind of
the
stuff,
people, the environment,
No, I loved it. We went down to God, what's the southmost point?
Yes.
It'll come to me later. And it was so windy, and I was like standing on and the wind was blowing me. It was fantastic. I loved it. Yeah, it was good. I like New Zealand.
You have to send me. Do you have a photo of you with your windswept hair in the wrong direction? I mean,
I have a video. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, and I'll tuck it in here.
Yeah.
I actually do edit stuff for our videos for this podcast. So I did note down. So normally when Mel does the intro, she mentions that we do have an agenda, but who knows if we'll get to it. And I've been adding stuff to the agenda, but there's one thing that we've been talking about the last few weeks that I want to go back to.
Oh, yeah?
Silo.
No, go on.
So...
Which has just been picked up again for season
Yes.
3 and 4.
That's what I wanted to talk about. I read this article on, I think it's called T3.com. And I think that's a British publication. And they're like, Netflix should learn from this. And I'm like, Netflix should learn from renewing a shit show. They already do that.
Yeah. I don't even know. I just don't want... what I want from these companies is to realise that you don't need to have 65 seasons You can stop at 4. You can stop at 3 if that ties up the storyline. You don't need more. You don't need to keep carrying it on. Sure, the fans love it. Okay, come up with a movie later down the track or something, or graphic novels or something. Like, you don't have to keep flogging a dead horse. You know
also,
what I mean?
it's okay to leave people wanting more.
What?
It's fine.
No, it's not.
Okay, Mel doesn't agree with me on that one. Okay, so I'll give you an example of a show that left me wanting more, and it just never had more. There was this Korean drama called Memories of the Alhambra, and anybody who has watched it, please pipe up and share how great this show was. Amazing production values, like really good. I can't remember which country the Alhambra is in, but it's one of the European countries. So it was all shot there. But it was, I'm trying to remember, it was all about VR and parallel universes. But the way they left the show is sort of like, oh, they're going to do a season 2. Nope. And I was like, but wait, what happens? I want to know what happens.
Yes, I have to have the stories tied up, but I don't want stories to be left incomplete. I don't like that.
I mean, they tied up what they'd introduced at the beginning of the show, but the overall thing, it was sort of like, wait a second, you haven't really explained any of this. Like, how the fuck is this even happening?
It's kind of like, did you ever watch The Almighty Johnsons?
No.
So it's a Kiwi show about this family that take on the embodiment of Norse gods. When they turn 18, they go through this. It's hilarious. Anyway, it's quite funny. And at the end of it, they wrap up all the storyline because it got cancelled. So they wrap up all the storyline and then they leave like this little thing that could be, you know, if they'd managed to get more shows or something, they could have like
continued
moved on with that.
Yep.
Yeah, but that irritates me. It irritates me. If they hadn't done this one tiny little thing at the end, I would be fine. I'd be like, yep, cool, whatever. Never have another question. But because they did this one little thing right at the end, I have this like, can they just do like another couple of episodes which like, you know...
explain what the hell happened, yeah. Because
obviously they've left it open for that, but it just... No. Very funny show, though.
I've had K-dramas that did resolve the story, but I didn't want the show to end because I liked the characters so much. I just wanted to keep watching them. Yeah.
That's when you go back to the beginning and start again.
I don't think I could do that. It's like I was talking about Slay the Spire with someone just yesterday. I think it was Sean I was talking about Slay the Spire with, because they got Slay the Spire 2 in early access, and some other friends of mine have been like, oh, you should totally play Slay the Spire. And I did. But there's no point to it.
Oh.
It's just like, just get better at it and do more of what you just did. And I'm sort of like, oh, that sounds
like Diablo.
boring. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Did you ever go back to Diablo 4?
Oh, no. I still haven't finished it. I want to finish the story.
I've never finished it either.
I just, the thought of logging in and just doing the same hack and slash through the maps to get stuff, to, like, I really like the storyline.
So that you can hack and slash more and get more stuff.
And harder hack and slash. Like, I just, I don't know.
It's exhausting,
I think I'm past it. Yeah, I'm just exhausted with it. I think I'm just bored. Because, like, you have to remember, though, like, I think the problem with, I say the problem, but I think the struggle with our generation is that we grew up with computer games as they were developing. So, like, we played Diablo 1 and 2 as they came out, kind of thing. Like, well, maybe not as they came out, but we played them. Like, I played Diablo 1. Out. Yeah, and Diablo 2. And so, like, we've seen the same game for 30 odd years, like, or 25, however long. We've played this exactly the same game. The graphics got better and they had a better storyline-ish, but it's exactly the same. And I think that for people like us it's just exhausting now, because it's like, this is just, and same with WoW maybe. Although WoW is a different game, they've just made it worse, but we discussed that already. But I think someone needs to come up with something that is actually different. You know, VR was a big thing. It's completely different. It was new for us even. It was exciting and stuff.
That feeling when you have a massive game library and you're just like looking through the list thinking, I can't be bothered.
No.
I just don't want to play any of them.
I've gotten back into Foundation, which is a city builder. It's been in alpha for I don't fucking know how long. I just realised it was in alpha. Like
it's still in alpha.
No, it just went into beta.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Seriously, I remember hearing about that game like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, it just went into beta and I picked it back up again because I was like, I'll give it a try. And they've made some really good changes to it, so it's actually really sort of enjoyable. And they've fixed a whole lot of stuff.
Oh, that's good.
As a city builder, the reason I like Foundation is because there's a lot of elements of AI in it that other city builders that I've played particularly don't have. So the people will make their own tracks. The people will go to their work. They'll come back.
So you don't have to do like literally everything.
Exactly. You've got to then micromanage other aspects of the town, which is really cool. Like I find that really fun. I don't have to worry about fire and things falling down and
you can just be like, they'll figure it out. It's okay.
Yeah, exactly. And I quite like that element of it, which is why I keep going back to it, I think. But so that's a newish sort of thing in the games that I play anyway. But there's probably other games that do it. I just don't play them. But
do I own Foundation? Because I own a lot of games. I've got so many games on my list that I've decided to start categorizing them because otherwise I can't find anything. No, I don't own it. Oh no, I spelled it. Hold on. No, I don't. That's not really my kind of game. But I know you really like.
Yeah, I'm a big city builder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. So I'm sort of stuck on that at the moment. I'm like, I'm gonna go play a little bit of Foundation now, honey. Sorry.
Nice knowing you.
So, see you later. It's a time sink.
speaking of gaming, though, you went and bought something.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. We set up the old PS4. Because I wanted to get back into Beat Saber because when we were at your place I played it and I was like, oh my god, I miss this game so much. Anyway, so we set up the PS4 and we were playing it and the tracking on it is so shit.
Yep.
So bad. And we were struggling to because it was your old PS4.
Yep.
We were struggling to do anything to it without your authorization.
Really? I thought I detached it.
No, it was still attached.
Oh, sorry.
So we tried to... No, it's fine. We tried to detach it, but then it was like, well, you need all these permissions from like all these different people, and we were like, what the hell? Anyway, and they were having Black Friday Christmas sales at various places, so we picked it up a bit cheaper, and we went and bought the 5.
Nice.
The VR.
And you know what? I remember now why I didn't wipe it and detach it. It's because if I did, you would have had to buy Beat Saber and all the DLC all over again. Yeah. Okay, you're right.
Yeah, which is fine, which is cool. But we did that anyway. And I actually had, Telstra rewards have got like,
yep.
You can buy PS.
Yeah, I've got like 50-something thousand points or whatever.
Yeah, I had like 90,000 and I bought all PS game gift cards.
Oh, nice.
So basically I put like $150 worth of money
so you've got
on the PlayStation
all the
account.
DLC now?
Well, I've got some of it, not all of it.
It is a lot.
I got the game. I bought the Metallica pack, the Britney Spears pack, the rock pack, the mixtape.
What about the Imagine Dragons pack?
No, I didn't have enough for that one, but I will get it back because I really like that pack. And yeah, then that's it. So I still have to buy a few more, but at least to get started with, it was enough. So we also bought. Have you seen that game Kayak?
I know of it. It's a VR game. Yeah,
VR game.
How is it?
So Drew wanted to play it.
Yeah.
So I bought it.
Did he throw up immediately or just afterwards?
Maybe like 10 minutes.
I'm amazed he could sit through it that much because I guessed straight away. It seems like the kind of game where you might be moving a lot in it.
He got through like the when you first log into the game, you start off in a swimming pool and you have to like, it's trying to teach you how to like do the paddling and stuff.
Yep.
And that was fine. He was okay until, so then he was like, oh, fuck this. It was horrible. The tutorial was really bad. He goes, oh, we'll just go to Kings Canyon was the first one we pulled up since, an Australian site. And we were like, yeah, let's do that. Let's see what Kings Canyon looks like. So he gets into the water.
Yeah.
He gets into the water and he's like, I think I need to turn this up.
Straight away.
Yeah. And then for probably the entire rest of the evening, he was wiped out. He couldn't move. He was just like, if I move, I'm going to throw up. So he literally he was done.
Yeah, I'm fascinated. I mentioned it before, but I am fascinated by the people who have that thing in their brains that as soon as there's like a bit of off movement where they're not moving, because that's what does it. When something, when your perception is that you're moving, but your body is telling you you're not moving, that disconnect is what makes people want to throw up. Because it does happen a little bit to me sometimes, but yeah, it's just like some people are just like, no.
So I want to give it a try now because I want to see whether it happens to me as well. But because apparently women,
too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, it was funny. So we've pretty much only played Beat Saber now.
That's a great purchase. So you bought your Beat Saber machine.
Yeah. It's been fantastic. The Britney Spears pack is amazing. Shout out to my love of Britney Spears.
Yep.
And
the Queen pack is pretty good.
Oh, I haven't downloaded. That's the other one I want to download. Yeah. Yeah, because that would be good. My beef with the Metallica pack is that every single song on there, except for one that I don't know and is impossible to play, every other song is like over 5 minutes. Some of them are 8 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I can't beat for 8 minutes. You've seen my arms?
I can't either. No. I'm a premature ejaculator.
2 minutes max.
You go 2 minutes? Oh, my God. Yeah, I know what you mean. But didn't you like the Green Day pack as well?
Yeah, the Green Day pack was pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
And the Linkin Park one, that was a free one, so I got that one as well.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Yeah. So I've got, and like obviously all the normal packs that you get, there's 2 Lindsay Sterling songs in there, which is really cool. So, because we love Lindsay Sterling.
Okay. I'm not sure
who
that is.
She's a violinist.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, she does amazing stuff. And so it's cool to have like 2 songs in there. One of them's quite hard though, so I'm not very good at that one yet. But
so, are you happy with your purchase though?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
it's expensive.
It's much better on the tracking.
It is pretty good.
Yeah, and Drew downloaded Cyberpunk because he hasn't played that.
Oh wow! Okay.
But it was like 100 gig download.
Yeah.
So
has it finished yet?
Internet. It basically took all day. So he downloaded it in the morning. He's like, "Yeah, I'm going to play this." I was like, "Yeah, sure, have fun." And then he was like, "It's 100 gig." I was like, And so then by
how's he found it so far?
Well, okay. So here's the thing, right? He finally got it downloaded at like 3:00 in the afternoon after waiting all day.
Yeah. Oh, and then he had to go in for his operation?
No. This was after he was up. Mm-hmm. So then I finish work and I go play Foundation for a little bit. So he's in the lounge room and I'm in the study. I think it had been maybe 30 minutes and he says, "Mel, can you come out here?" So I go out into the lounge room. We have a swarm of bees in the lounge room. There's like, I don't know, 8 or 9 bees in the lounge room just flying around. Anyway, so then I go into the ensuite because that's where the bees normally are. Go into the ensuite and there's like 40 bees in the toilet.
Oh my God, that was you? I saw a Blue Sky post and it didn't click for me that was you.
It was us. So then we spent the entire afternoon. He didn't even get through character creation is the whole point. Because character creation takes so long.
You know you can like really customize the genitals in that game as well. He must be
That's what he said. I picked the normal dick. Like, okay. He said, but I haven't finished. Okay. So we spent the rest of the afternoon killing bees, and then Drew's dad came round and we were like up on ladders and he was putting in caulking and stuff in outside to block
they're coming in from outside, are they?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
if you go outside is like a swarm. There's like just bees everywhere. And they're
Jesus.
crawling in like these little holes.
Oh, okay.
So-
that's good. That
Yeah, I took a video of that too because
Yeah, send
I
me
wanted
that video
to
too.
I wanted to see where the bees were going in, and they're like, oh my God. Anyway,
Oh,
so we've
man.
had...
First it was pigeons, now it's bees.
And that's what I said. As I was walking down the corridor last night, I was like, not fucking pigeons, it's fucking bees.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's played, and then so he didn't get to play anything. He didn't even get through character creation. So he might play some today, I think.
Yep.
But yeah, ridiculous. He waited all day to play it, and then
That is
oh,
funny.
and then his controller went flat. That's right,
Because it had not been charging the whole time.
exactly. So then he couldn't play it anyway.
I've got two controllers
Yeah.
so that I can rotate. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
He doesn't
and
want to use my controller because I've got the fancy indigo chroma one.
very fancy.
It's so pretty.
I've got the next point that I have on our list here after the PS5 and Beat Saber. So I was reading something on the internet. So a new game came out, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Yeah.
So it's on PC and Xbox at the moment, I think.
Yeah. It looks so good.
And it is coming to PlayStation 5. But it's basically by a Microsoft developer, so they're just like,
Yeah.
PS5 can wait. They've got to give people
Yeah.
a reason to buy an Xbox, I guess.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, man. I mean, there is no reason otherwise, but...
But, geez, people are upset about it not coming out on PS5 straight away. It's just
Oh, really?
it's just like...
What?
And then you'll
played
have the people who love their Xbox a little bit too much, who are just like,
Sucked in, man. You didn't feel this way when I couldn't play God of War.
Well, we were Xbox people, but then they haven't done anything to keep up with... Like, they haven't even brought out a VR of their own to, like, compete with PlayStation. Like, why...
there was talk for a
know.
little while about them doing something, but they never did. Okay, actually, speaking of VR, I read a story at the Apple Vision thing, that
Yeah.
the VR headset they did. They're adding support for the PSVR 2 controllers.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I think Sony are trying to like push to get the PSVR 2 controllers to be like a standard VR controller, because that's one of the problems with VR at the moment. Everybody does things differently.
Yeah, but I also hate the controllers are not... They're too chunky for my hands. They're not the preference that I would have for a controller. Don't be rude. It's the girth. That's the problem.
Well, actually, speaking of girth, that goes to my Coke can sizes thing that I wanted to talk about for the last 3 episodes.
Sure.
So there are a lot. I'm not talking about the bottles. So like the 600ml bottle or the 1.25 litre or the 3 litre or 2 litre or fucking whatever they've got.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about those. I'm actually talking about the cans. So I remember... Because you know the normal size can, I think it's like 375ml or something like that. Is it normal
Yeah.
can?
Something
So,
like that.
yeah, when I moved to Thailand, their cans are a different size.
Smaller or bigger?
They're smaller. I'm trying to remember right now.
Like the 340 or...
Yeah, so
So they're like a little bit squat?
this is why it makes me think of penises. You
Well, the
knew
tall,
where I'm
skinny
going,
ones.
right? Yeah, and you've got the really girthy ones that are short.
Yeah, the stubby ones.
But it's
They lean a little to the left.
why can't they just standardise on fucking Coke can sizes? I get the penises
Will
are
men
different
standardise
sizes.
their penises?
Exactly, but it's just, why do they have to have all? Because they've got those like thinner ones that are about the same height as a regular can, but they're thinner. I just don't. Yeah, I don't
And they
get
come
it.
in the 6-packs, the little ones?
Yeah, those. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Because wouldn't the packaging then cost more than the contents?
Yes. And surely all the different can sizes are different, like, not only just the actual bottle or can that they go in, but the actual packaging they then go in as well.
Yeah, because it
'Cause they're all
requires more
different as well.
packaging for less drink.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then transporting presumably would be...
Yep, because there's more weight to it. I'm assuming that the weight of the packaging would be... No, actually, it probably wouldn't be more than the contents. The contents would probably be heavier than the packaging.
I know nothing about manufacturing and logistics.
But the fact that then they have to manufacture those different can sizes as well.
Yeah.
Like, it costs
And that's
more
why they're
than-
making billions of dollars.
I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. And I don't like it. And I wish they'd stop.
I agreed. I wish all of the big companies would stop with all their crap and just, instead of making things smaller and smaller and charging more and more and then saying, oh, it's profits and blah, 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 we need more costly, then why do you have $6 billion profits?
Yeah, it's like
Billion.
the Cadbury cream eggs, how they've been shrinking over the years.
Yeah, everything Cadbury's been shrinking over the years, but you're still making millions of dollars in profit. Therefore, you know, how does that work? If you should be breaking even.
Yeah, there's the usual argument that people give to a statement like that is usually, oh, the market will determine what's acceptable. But because there's no alternative,
We
the
don't have a
alternative
choice.
is doing exactly the same thing. There's no opportunity for the market to either accept or reject it. Yeah.
No. And especially in Australia, because we're so limited by what comes into the country. And like, we don't have a choice in that. You know, it's not like, well, I mean, every country is the same, I suppose, but everything has to come here, you know, like unless we create it ourselves, and nothing is created here anymore. Like, well, nothing, that's a generalization, but you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, yeah, because we don't hardly manufacture anything here anymore.
No.
But yeah, it's like, I completely agree with you, because I used to like joke with my friends in Thailand that Australia is where technology comes to die, because we're basically always the last country to get it. And I was pointed out to me by a New Zealander that actually it's New Zealand is the last place. And I'm like, okay, yeah, fair point.
Yeah, it's got to make it through us first.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah.
I have a note on here that is, I remember why. So we've discussed the Chart Your Fart app.
Oh, yeah.
We've already
I've
discussed
stopped doing
it.
it.
So I'm not
yeah.
going to go into what it is again, but did you know it's over now?
Oh. No.
I actually might not be over, but it's about to end. And it's just like, I only just found out about this and you're taking it away from me already.
I stopped doing it like 2 weeks ago. I stopped just...
To add detriment, Mel.
I know. Yeah, I feel like I wasn't farting enough to make it worthwhile.
This app is not getting enough use. Delete.
It's really just not. I just keep forgetting to do it. So, you know, one fart a day is not exactly groundbreaking.
Well, it depends. You know, it does depend on the quality of the fart. Did people hear it? What's the length, the duration? Is there an odor to it?
How long does it linger in the air?
Exactly.
I
just wanted
that's a
to
shame.
mention-
I hope they got some...
Yeah, I wonder. Well, now that they finished with the farting app, what do you think's going to be next?
Well, I want to see the results from the farting app. I want to see it broken down by, like, state and...
Yeah, can you imagine there's like a department in the federal government that's like waiting for the fart report on the CSIRO?
Yeah, there would be. I want it.
And they get a report
I
and
wanna see
they're
the
like,
results.
we need to call in our greatest experts. This is an emergency. Have you seen this report?
Make sure you tag CSIRO in there so that they can send us the report.
But yeah, so the only reason I wanted to mention it again is because I read or heard, I can't remember, but that it's basically ending. Which is a real shame because great app.
Yeah, great app. Oh, well. Maybe they'll bring it back out in another couple of years. It'll be like a census, you know, a fart census.
Or maybe they should add farting to the census.
Oh, they should. I don't think we need to know that, though.
Or maybe I think because the census is only once every 5 years or 4 years.
I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe
When's the next one?
I have no idea. But maybe they should add something to like your tax return instead, because you do that every year. And be like, please rate your fart participation this year.
We're going to tax you on the methane. Because it's Australia. They tax
Maybe it's a
us on
tax
everything,
deduction because
so-
we're producing gas, you know? The gas capture and storage. I got it in his bag. Here you go.
It's like the Ghostbusters.
Yeah. We've been going for 45 minutes now, so I reckon we
Bloody
should
hell.
probably stop there. I wanted to talk about iRobot because I'm in the last season now. But yeah, we'll talk about it next time.
Mr. Robot.
I wrote it as
Mr.
iRobot.
Robot?
You're exactly right. It is Mr. Robot.
I only say that because we're watching iZombie at the moment.
Oh yeah, I just read about. I think I watched like the first episode or two of that. What's that on?
Yeah, right. We're watching it on Binge. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
okay. I'm not sub to Binge.
Yeah.
We've had the discussion about Binge in episode 0.
Yeah. But we're on Binge, so it's quite good. But that's why I was like, iRobot or Mr. Robot? Because it's iZombie.
No, it's definitely Mr. Robot. You were right. Sorry about that. But okay. Thank you everyone for watching / listening. Please like, comment, subscribe. Send us your feedback about things you might want us to talk about or things that we said that are completely wrong. Probably a lot of it.
Tell us what you're doing for Christmas.
Yeah. Tell us now that it's when you hear this, it's going to be 2 weeks after Christmas. But tell us what you're doing at Christmas. Yeah. I hope everybody had a good Christmas and a good New Year's because it's all going to be gone by the time you hear this. Until next time, thank you very much.
Bye.